So I'm Rachel. I'm doing my video presentation about my website. This is Carolyn, my roommate, and here we go. Alright. What questions do you have, Carolyn? I almost called you Allison.
How's your country doing with school?
Okay, so if you look at the tabs, there's CMAPs is what we did from our lectures, and then we also have a tab for education and poverty. So the CMAP would, if you go in here, it talks about the CMAP Time for School Part 2. If you download that file, it would show you the notes that I took on the lecture, and it has a comment or a perspective from the country about how they're doing on the goal to meet by 2015, the Millennium Development Goal. And they actually have reached their goal already. They have 95% of the children in school already versus other countries.
Wow.
There's also an issue right here where the 5%, they are struggling because the kids are needed to farm the land, and the parents don't want to send their kids to school because they need the money from the farms. So there's a solution and different causes that I created in that tab.
Sweet. Do women have more of a role in the country?
Yes. So with the CMAP tab, you can go to Sex versus Gender, and you download that one, and it will show you all the notes that I took during that lecture as well, and show you the different perspectives that they have on how the women are in government roles now and bigger roles rather than just staying home and nurturing the family. Yeah.
Nice. So has infant mortality gone down?
Yes. So there is another tab for infant mortality with two issues. Infant mortality was really high in the country, and so they have actually reduced quite a few. They only have 4% left to go before they reach their goal.
Wow.
From the Millennium Goal. On this tab, it shows different pictures of the children in that area and what they have to go through. There's two different problems. One of them is that they don't have enough clinics to help the children in that area, and the other one is that they have AIDS, and so they don't have the enough medicine or the correct medicine to properly treat that. There's a graph about how comparing Guyana versus other countries in the area with infant mortality as well.
Nice.
So the goals that I've been talking about, there are 8 goals, and they are the Millennium Goals, and the UN has created those ones to help developing countries become developed and become like the US or France or different countries like that. So the first one is to eradicate hunger and poverty, and so there's a tab about hunger and poverty, and there's also a CMAP on that as well under the tab. And basically, they're just trying to get the people to be able to survive and not starve to death. Poverty level is being able to provide with their land and make sure they have clothes and everything. My website went down, but that's okay. So the second one is achieve universal primary education, and so that's just meaning that all the kids will go to school and not be left out. There are some countries that the kids don't go to school. It's too expensive. They don't have enough money. The funding, they don't have facilities, and so they are fixing that so that they have enough facilities and money to send kids to school so that they can become an educated country. Another one is promote gender equality and empower women. So they've already meeting their goal with that. They've had women in jobs that men usually would only have jobs in. Reduce child mortality. And so the child mortality rate has gone down. They will be able to... hold on just one second. They will reach that goal. They only have 4% left to go. Meaning they die from different reasons, not having enough food, not being able to have the correct medical care when they're in the womb. That goes on with another one. The next one is maternal health. So making sure that the moms have enough prenatal care as they need to make sure their child is good. So the next one is about AIDS, malaria, HIV, and diseases, keeping those reduced in the society, which is a huge problem in Africa, as we all know. And basically, they just don't have the medicine like we do here, and so spreading that will be great. Ensuring environmental sustainability means that they'll be able to produce from their land and be able to get everything from their land versus having to rely on other people. Global partnership and development. So that one is basically having a country that helps them like an ally. So like we have allies with British Canada. They help us with different things. China, we export things out through them and they make stuff for us. But on their needs for developing countries, they just need basic needs as food, water, things like that to get them going. They have met all their goals. The only one they haven't met, or there's only a couple they haven't met, they have to do Gold 1, which is the poverty. They just have a little bit ways to go, but they're doing really good on that. Goal 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is maternal health. They are still working on getting more facilities out there for the women, but so when you go to the first page of my website, it shows the adoption into my country in the video. And then you go down, there's top events that I've switched throughout the semester with pictures and little captions about what is actually going on. So Guyana is a country in Africa, and so we did a CMAP or a discussion about if it's a 1 country, a 2 country, or 3.0, and that's just how developed they are with internet and different things. And Guyana is actually like us. They have internet, they have cell phones, they have Facebook users. They're very connected globally through the internet, unlike other countries are. Guyana's HDI score. The HDI means Human Development Index. Their score is compared to other ones statistically, whatever, in different aspects. And so they go by education, they go by life, how long they live and stuff, and their capita, and so they're doing pretty well on that. Then I have some pictures of different poverty in here. There's really bad areas, and then you'll get some really nice areas in the area, just like anywhere, just like U.S. We're the same way. Our PowerPoint, so this is a PowerPoint about Guyana versus Tajikistan, and we teamed up with another country, and we were able to do a PowerPoint to compare our country versus their country and how they're doing with the Millennium Goals. So just each one, there's a goal on each one, and then it compares what country is doing what, and if they're both struggling. This one, I feel like every developing world country is struggling with poverty and hunger. We still do in the U.S., so, just different things, education and stuff like that. Tajikistan is actually doing better than us. They have 97% enrolled in school.
Wow.
Women, empowerment. Guyana has made great efforts versus them, which they have not. They still have the men role in everything, like government and stuff like that. Everything's powered by men. We have different group videos on here as well on the main website about different discussions and videos we've watched in class. So this one was about poverty. This was an individual video about talking about a Hans Rowling video and the TED Talk video of China poverty. This was about women's rights. That was also a TED Talk one. And this is how one man went to Ethiopia and was able to start healthcare. And he ended up adopting 12 to 19 kids. so that they could get back surgeries. They had big old humps on their back and everything. It was a great video. And this one is about AIDS and water filter. There was a man who developed a water filter water bottle. So you just scoop up any water from any stream and you pump it twice and or a couple times, and it would filter the water, so you could get water from anywhere. And so yeah, there's just different things on this website to teach you about the country of Guyana and how it's doing, and yeah.
Nice. Looks good.